Welcome, everyone, to another exciting edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see Atlanta taking on Columbus. And so off the tip, it's Columbus. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Stockton is out there with John Jenkins. Then there's Brown. Then it's Joe Freeland. And it's Plumlee in at the 5. Here's Freeland to the middle. That's tipped. Tries to keep it alive.
Why would you save that? That
And
could
Columbus
have
with
been
possession. And finished off by Harris.
Hey, hold on. Turn off voice command if I can. No. Fuck. Oh wow. Damn.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
Stockton kicks to Brown. Back to Stockton.
Slow down, please.
Plumlee with a screen on Beverly. Just 5 to shoot. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Oh, wow. That's quick.
About 1 minute into the first quarter. Passes to Hairston. Anderson outside. Hairston, the pass to Turioff. And he kicks the bucket.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Stockton kicks to Plumlee. And he jams it with authority.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
It's tipped.
Okay,
And
Ricky,
stolen by Stockton. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul. Stolen by Anderson.
And how about the stingy defense there to deny that pass?
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Inside runner. Got a piece of it. And they get it back. It's Brown with the drive.
This dude, my play
He's got a clear path.
sucks.
And finished
I'm
off
not
by
even
Hairston.
disrespectful shit.
The solo alley-oop. That's not something we see too often.
Timed it perfectly. You're right. It
Wow.
caught the defense totally off guard.
Hey, guys, how about his coach? Looked like his heart was in his throat there for a second. Now, though, he's able to smile. More of a smile of relief.
Tell you what, he's a gutty player, guys. I mean, he's giving away a lot of inches, a few inches anyway, and he still finds a way to win those rebound battles.
Give me my foul. Come on.
And there's going to be a foul. He definitely made contact with the ball, and in doing so also got the body, so we'll see free throws here. And get your take, guys, in the hustle steps for Columbus.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Brown is checked in for Columbus. Here's Teletovic. That is good.
He's still man, come on.
In this first quarter, about 3 minutes
Ain't
played.
ripping nobody no more.
Freeland dishes to Plumlee. He kicks to Jenkins. Back to Plumlee. Pass to Freeland. And there's the
Yay,
slam dunk
blocking
to finish it off.
He power surged that one down. Wow.
Yeah, good term to use. One of the game's top dunkers for sure.
Folks, that's not a petty, not a Manny. That's a facial. Yeah, just frustrated by their lack of production offensively, and I can't blame them. I mean, they're getting the looks, but the shots just aren't falling.
Yeah, and the slump that they're having shooting the ball.
second substitution here for Columbus. Udo's checked in for Turioff. Wallace comes in for Mirza Teletovic. Harris is checked in for Anderson. And it's Farmar in for Patrick Beverly. Feeds to Aldemir. That's good. Aldemir's got his first basket.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
And the call will be against Gerald Waltz. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
.52 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. The pass to Aldemir. Pass to Jones. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. And that one's good. Aldemir.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
And that one's good.
Here it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number one for them right now.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
That one is no good. Columbus leading by 5. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time. Jones drives in. Aldemir kicks to Laverne. Jones for 3. And it goes at the buzzer. And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. Columbus leads by only 2. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. Welcome back, everyone. We're ready to get going again as this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports continues. Players are topped off with Gatorade, hydrated, and ready to get going again as well. And guys, what stands out to you from Columbus so far in this one?
Just the start they're looking for in this game. Solid offensively through the first.
Very crisp and sharp. Not much stagnation at all on offense.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And so in the game for Columbus, Hairston is out there with Mirza Teletovic. Then there's Anderson. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's Turioff in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
Poked away. Freeland, the pass to Brown. Shot clock at 6. Stockton dishes to Jenkins. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And now the first timeout called here for Columbus.
And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Tipped away. Stolen by Stockton. Brown kicks to Plumlee. The shot's good. Brown making the play. And it's 6 points for Mason Plumlee.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Now here's Stockton. Kicks it to Plumlee. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. That one is on Turioff. Atlanta shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. Jackson, he's checked in for Patrick Beverly. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
And here we go, Columbus, fast break. Out of bounds, Columbus takes possession.
That's a major mental mistake. I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
It's stolen by Brown. Pushing it up. Here's Jenkins. Finished off the break. Jenkins got his first points for the game. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle steps for Atlanta?
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Well, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers. Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Good ball movement here by Columbus. Good on the shot. Teletovic has got 4 this quarter. Teletovic has gone a perfect 3 for 3 so far. Stockton right side. He feeds it to Freeland. And stolen by Turioff. One-on-one fast break. Hairston, the pass to Jackson. To the middle. Hairston kicks to Teletovic. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Now it's a 4-point Columbus lead.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Atlanta calls timeout.
You know what? I think he had to call timeout right now just to get his guys to regroup because they were really ragged out there.
Yeah, they've got to get some things straightened out. And sometimes the best way to do that is with the timeout. They look to be overwhelmed right now.
Big group substitution here for Columbus. Udo's checked in.
Like I was saying,
Comes in
what do you want?
Brown, he's checked in for Hairston. And it's Garcia in for Allen Anderson. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Furkan Aldemir's checked in for Plumlee. McDermott comes in for Brown. Nick Stauskas is checked in for John Jenkins. And Jones subbed in for Stockton. Here's McDermott. Can't get it to fall.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
That's good.
Now that's how you pick up
About
second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Oh, wow.
Stolen by Jackson. Pushes it down to finish the break.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end. That's losing basketball.
Especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets. That's a nice lead now.
They get the rebound. Dishes it to Freeland.
Man, I'm not about to comment just to entertain your boringness, yo. Tripping.
They need this. Again, the miss by Jones.
Really tough for this group right now, trying anything to stop the run.
And no matter what they
go
tried,
talk to your boy,
I think they just got to slow it down,
yo,
idle it back, and get back.
Talk to them about some readers.
He dishes it to Aldemir. The feet to Freeland. Soft touch off the glass. Freeland got his second basket of the game.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Some changes for Columbus. Harris is checked in for Brown. Richardson comes in for Francisco Garcia. And it's Farmar in for Jackson.
Well, I mean, I've never said that. I mean,
You know,
but if you
huge
want
height
to put it
advantage
that
there,
way.
but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to
Sideways, normally just me and you in the party. It's just boring.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Columbus out in front, up 4. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
Dr. J.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. The Atlanta trails by 4. Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Kevin McHale. Joel Freeland is out there with Brown. Then it's Stockton. John Jenkins. And it's Plumlee in at the center, filling out the middle.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And Brown drops them both. And so here's Columbus. They've led by as much as 10. Hairston. A quick shot there, and it's off target. Stockton kicks to Jenkins. The score now all even.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D.
And stolen by Stockton. And now it's Brown running. He can go all the way. And Beverly kicks to Teletovich. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Teletovich has got 10 points in the game. And Stockton, here we go. Anderson with the block. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. It's Brown with the drive.
That's one for their first 4 to start the second half.
And a missed layup. Stolen by Stockton. Here's Plumlee. Makes it off the glass.
There we go.
Plumlee's got it all tied up now for Atlanta.
And you can see the importance of that steal. I mean, really a 4-point turnaround with the conversion at the other end right there.
Yeah, the importance of the defense there. Instead of giving up the bucket and having that 5-point deficit, all of a sudden, we got a tie ball game.
Now a timeout call by Columbus.
Yeah, saw some things that just weren't working for them and wants to make some adjustments.
Yeah, and no reason to wait around to do that, Greg. I mean, might as well make those adjustments right away.
Change here. Brown's checked in. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Rashard Lewis. He's checked in for Joel Freeland. Here's Beverly. There's the dish to Turioff. Brown the pass to Turioff. It's hauled in by Brown. For the lead, Lewis dishes to Jenkins. Here's Plumlee. Chance to take the lead. Missing. And Columbus with possession. And stolen by Stockton. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Brown.
Yes.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. Atlanta making a switch here. Jones is checked in. Passes it to Lewis. Back to Jones. Plumlee with a screen on Beverly. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lewis misses. And that one's good. Beverly's got his second bucket.
How about the feel and the awareness he had there, finding his teammate behind the defense on the break.
And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. Deep 2 from Anderson. And again, it's Columbus.
That is a very low percentage shot, Kevin, but it's the result they were looking for at the end of the day.
To the inside. The shot's good from Plumlee. Plumlee's got 11 points.
That was the third straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better.
Atlanta calls timeout. Big group substitution here for Columbus. Udo's checked in for Mirza Teletovic. Wallace comes in for Brown. Harris is checked in for Anderson. And it's Farmar in for Patrick Beverly. Atlanta also making some changes here. Furkan Aldemir is checked in for Plumlee. McDermott comes in for Brown. And Stauskas subbed in for Jenkins.
And he'll take it right into the teeth of the D without thinking twice about it.
In the corner, it's Harris. Wow, through the contact, and that
Yo,
almost went in. So
already
they'll go to the line
released,
for 3 free throws. Columbus shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. Second free throw, no good.
And you can sense that the pressure might have gotten to him a little bit, but he did do enough to put them in the lead.
Here's McDermott.
Oh,
No
wow.
one. And Columbus the other way now. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Turioff. And it's blocked. And as it goes out of bounds, Columbus able to keep the ball here. And so here's Columbus. They lead by 1. That's good. And here's McDermott. Nailed from three-point land. McDermott's got his first 3 points of the game. For 3. And as it goes out of bounds, Columbus able to keep the ball here. And so here's Columbus. It's stolen by Jones. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta.
You ain't
And
blocking me
finished
this
off by
time.
McDermott.
The defense to start and ignite that play was terrific, and I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
And really look for them now to be even more aggressive on the defensive side. Try to come up with a few more steals.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Farmar, no good. Pass to Stauskas. Lewis on the way. And that's not going to go.
I was not paying attention to that shot clock, yo. Like, damn.
And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Atlanta leads by 2. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. We've got Udo, Mirza Teletovic out there with Hairston. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's Anderson in a shooting guard. There's the bucket. Good. Stockton's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Atlanta. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Atlanta.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggression.
Something else they've done
Wow,
is force a lot
I
of
could caught
mistakes
the ball,
defensively.
yo.
They've been turning those turnovers into points.
No good on the free
If
throw.
they can't make free throws, that's good. Most of us, except for maybe one. Brown.
So neither attempt will fall that time for him. Atlanta leading by 4. Inside. Jenkins can't get it to go.
Wow.
That's really too easy a chance to miss, guys. He needs to be more aggressive and focused on his finishes.
Hairston kicks to Udo. And it's Beverly missing. Atlanta with the ball. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. The kick out to Brown. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Jenkins can't get it to go.
Why
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack. Loose D here. Critical stretch. I mean, you better off sending him to the free throw lines than to have him get that good a look.
So it's Atlanta now.
Hold on, let me
Following the score by Columbus. Plumlee with a screen on Beverly. Left side, Brown. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Hey, I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Now a timeout call by Columbus.
Yeah, I think he just sees some things that can be improved and wants to get everybody back on the same page.
And usually that, to me, is a good use of the timeout. I mean, if there's something that he's noticed that can give his team a lift, I think he's got to try to take advantage of that.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Thanks, Kevin. Derek Fisher had some words for his team over that last break. He is not happy with their perimeter defense, saying, guys, way too many open shots for them beyond the three-point line. We've got to press up closer and try to crowd them off the arc. Guys, we'll see if they got the message.
Really?
Now here's Plumlee. And Stockton, here we go.
There we go.
Lays it up and banks it in. Now it's a 6-point Atlanta lead. Here's Jackson. And the basket good. Atlanta calls timeout.
Let me invite this fool back over if he even here. This fool playing my career side.
Atlanta leading by 4. And Stockton, here we go. Over to the left wing. Jenkins the pass to Stockton.
Got the paint.
He kicks it to Plumlee. Feeds it to Freeland. To the left side wing. Jenkins.
Yes.
And again, it's Atlanta.
You wanted to talk to me? Talking about some what?
Without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Now here's Stockton. After Gerald Wallace's miss. And Freeland kicks to Plumlee. And there's a nice one.
Yeah. You remember that, huh?
Into this game, it seems like the more the offenses are in rhythm.
How dare you leave my street?
Both of these teams are firing on full broadband bandwidth. I mean,
But anyway, you hate me? Ooh.
And it's sent
You
back by
hate
Plumlee.
me?
And the ball goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Plumlee. A big group substitution here for Columbus. Tony Turioff, he's checked in for Udo. Mirza Teletovic comes in for Gerald Wallace. Harrison, he's checked in for Brown. And it's Anderson in for Harris. Laverne, he's checked in for Atlanta. Shots good by Jenkins.
That all means,
And now
in that case, where's your trucker
Atlanta
hat?
lead.
Where's
If it
that?
ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting the ball in the paint like this.
Here is Stockton, following the score by Columbus. Atlanta with the ball. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Plumlee. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Guys, I think
He quit. That was a punk ass kid.